Hey plant lovers, welcome back to an indoor sanctuary, your go-to place for all things indoor gardening. Today, we're talking about the biggest indoor plant care mistakes that could be harming your green babies. And, of course, how to fix them. Let's jump right in. Overwatering. The most common and perhaps the most well-intentioned mistake in plant parenthood. Overwatering can be detrimental, even fatal, to our beloved green companions. When the soil is constantly wet, it creates an environment where harmful bacteria and fungi can thrive. These microorganisms can damage the roots, preventing them from absorbing water and nutrients effectively. The result? Your plant, despite being surrounded by water, actually starts to suffer from thirst. You might notice the leaves turning yellow, a sign that the roots are sending out a cry for help. So how do we find that perfect balance? The key is to water mindfully. Feel the soil with your fingers. Is it dry, or does it still hold moisture? Remember, each plant is unique. Some plants, like succulents, prefer their soil to dry out completely between waterings. And when in doubt, it's always better to err on the side of underwatering. Now, just as overwatering can lead to problems, so too can underwatering. It's all about finding that balance. Underwatering can happen gradually. We might get busy with our lives and forget to check on our plants as often as we should. The signs of underwatering can be subtle at first. You might notice the leaves starting to droop a little, losing their vibrancy. As the dryness persists, the leaves might begin to curl at the edges. In more severe cases, the leaves might turn brown and crispy. If you notice your plant showing signs of thirst, don't panic. Simply give it a good, thorough watering. As with overwatering, the key is to observe your plants and respond with care and attention. Light, my dear friends, is the lifeblood of plants. It's their source of energy, their fuel for growth and vitality. Some plants crave the sun's embrace, thriving in bright, direct light. Place them in a south-facing window where they can soak up those glorious rays. Other plants prefer a gentler approach, flourishing in indirect light. An east-facing window, with its soft morning light, would be an ideal spot for these gentle souls. And then there are those who fall somewhere in between, content with moderate light conditions. The key is to observe your plants closely, to notice how they respond to the light in your home. Are their leaves reaching towards the window, as if yearning for more illumination, or are they looking a bit scorched? Move them around your space, experiment with different locations until you find that sweet spot where they truly radiate with joy. The soil, the often overlooked foundation of a thriving plant. Not all soil is created equal. Some plants, like orchids and air plants, prefer a light and airy mix that allows for excellent drainage and aeration. Others, like ferns and peace lilies, thrive in a moisture-retentive soil that mimics the damp forest floors they call home. When choosing soil for your plants, it's important to consider their individual needs. Take a moment to research your plant's preferences. Does it hail from a tropical rainforest where humidity reigns supreme? Or does it originate from arid deserts, where water is scarce? Look for soil mixes specifically formulated for different plant types. These specialized blends often contain the perfect balance of nutrients, drainage properties, and moisture retention to keep your plants happy and healthy. Humidity, that invisible veil of moisture that envelops us, often unnoticed but always present. While some of us might find it a bit stifling, for many plants it's a breath of fresh air, a vital component for their growth and well-being. Some, like succulents and cacti, have adapted to arid environments where the air is dry and crisp. These resilient plants have evolved to store water in their leaves, allowing them to thrive in conditions that would be challenging for others. Others, however, yearn for a touch of moisture in the air. Without it, they struggle, their leaves wilting and their growth stunted. These humidity-loving plants, like ferns, calatheas, and prayer plants, hail from tropical rainforests. In their natural habitat, they are accustomed to a constant supply of moisture, which is essential for their lush, vibrant foliage. When the air is too dry, their leaves might start to whisper their discontent, curling at the edges or developing brown tips as a sign of distress. Luckily, there are simple ways to increase the humidity around our plant companions. By understanding their needs, we can create an environment where they can flourish. One way is to create a little microclimate for them by grouping them together. This not only helps to retain moisture but also creates a visually appealing indoor garden. Another option is to introduce a humidifier to your space. This device can be a game changer, especially during the dry winter months when indoor air tends to be less humid. Just like a gentle rain shower, a humidifier can add much-needed moisture to the air, creating a more hospitable environment for your plants. And for a more budget-friendly approach, try placing your plants on a tray filled with pebbles and water. This simple method can make a significant difference. As the water evaporates, it will create a gentle humidity around your plants, mimicking the natural conditions they crave. With these tips, you can ensure your indoor garden remains a lush, thriving oasis. Just like we need nourishment to thrive, so too do our plant companions. Plants, whether they are indoor houseplants or outdoor garden varieties, require a consistent supply of nutrients to maintain their health and vigor. Without proper nourishment, plants can become weak, susceptible to diseases, and may not grow as robustly as they should. While soil provides a good foundation, it doesn't always contain all the essential nutrients plants need to grow and flourish. Over time, the nutrients in the soil can become depleted, especially if the same soil is used repeatedly without replenishment. This is why it's crucial to understand the role of fertilization in plant care. That's where fertilization comes in. Fertilizers are designed to supplement the soil with the necessary nutrients that might be missing or insufficient. By providing these additional nutrients, we can ensure that our plants have everything they need to thrive. Think of fertilizer as a vitamin boost for your plants. Just as vitamins help us stay healthy and energetic, fertilizers provide plants with the essential elements they need to grow strong and vibrant. Fertilizers come in various forms, from liquid concentrates to slow-release granules. Each type has its own benefits and can be chosen based on the specific needs of your plants and your gardening practices. Liquid fertilizers offer a quick and easy way to give your plants a nutrient boost. They are typically mixed with water and applied directly to the soil or foliage, allowing for rapid absorption by the plant roots. They're absorbed quickly by the roots, delivering essential minerals like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These minerals play a crucial role in various plant functions, from root development to flower production. Slow-release fertilizers, on the other hand, are like time-release capsules, gradually releasing nutrients over time. This ensures a steady supply of nutrients, reducing the need for frequent applications and minimizing the risk of over-fertilization. The type of fertilizer you choose will depend on your plant's needs and your personal preferences. Some plants may require specific nutrient ratios, while others may benefit from a more general-purpose fertilizer. It's always a good idea to start with a balanced fertilizer which contains equal parts nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. This ensures that your plants receive a well-rounded supply of essential nutrients. Notice the color and vibrancy of your plant's leaves. Healthy leaves are typically a deep green color, indicating that the plant is receiving adequate nutrients. Are they looking a bit pale or yellowish? This could be a sign of nutrient deficiency. Yellowing leaves often indicate a lack of nitrogen, while other discolorations can point to deficiencies in other essential nutrients. Remember, our plants rely on us to provide them with the nourishment they need to thrive. By understanding the importance of fertilization and choosing the right type of fertilizer, we can help our plants grow healthy and strong, adding beauty and life to our homes and gardens. Have you ever outgrown a favorite pair of shoes? Just as we grow and evolve, so too do our plant companions. Repotting might seem like an extra step, but it's an act of love and respect for our plant companions. It's about recognizing their growth and providing them with the space they need to thrive. So how do you know when it's time to repot your beloved green friend? One of the most obvious is roots circling around the bottom of the pot, peeking out of the drainage holes. Another sign is the soil drying out much faster than it used to, even with regular watering. When repotting, choose a pot that's slightly larger than the previous one, giving the roots ample space to spread out. Use a well-draining potting mix that suits your plant's specific needs, and be sure to water thoroughly after repotting. Pests. Those tiny creatures that can sometimes invade our homes and, unfortunately, our beloved plants. Just as we take steps to protect our homes from unwanted visitors, it's important to be vigilant in safeguarding our plants from these miniature intruders. The good news is that most common houseplant pests are relatively easy to manage with a little knowledge and a proactive approach. One of the first lines of defense is regular inspection. Take a few minutes each week to examine your plants closely, turning over the leaves and inspecting the stems for any signs of trouble. Early detection is key to preventing infestations from taking hold. Some common signs of pests include tiny webs on the leaves or stems, sticky residue or small, discolored spots. If you do spot any unwelcome guests, don't panic. One simple method is to gently wipe the leaves with a soft cloth dipped in a solution of mild dish soap and water. This can help remove many pests and their eggs. Be sure to clean both the top and bottom of the leaves, as well as the stems. Another option is to use insecticidal soap, which is readily available at most garden centers. Insecticidal soaps are specially formulated to be safe for plants while effectively targeting pests. Follow the instructions on the label for the best results. Additionally, maintaining a healthy plant environment can go a long way in preventing pest problems. Ensure your plants are getting the right amount of light, water, and nutrients. Stressed plants are more susceptible to pest infestations. If you have multiple plants, consider isolating the affected plant to prevent the pests from spreading. Regularly cleaning the area around your plants can also help reduce the likelihood of pests taking up residence. Remember, the key to dealing with pests is early detection and consistent care. By staying vigilant and taking prompt action, you can keep your houseplants healthy and pest-free. Happy gardening, and may your plants thrive in a pest-free environment. And there you have it, some of the most common indoor plant care mistakes and how to fix them. Which one are you guilty of? Let me know in the comments. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to channel name, and hit the bell so you never miss a plant care tip. Happy growing, and I'll see you in the next one.